The youth of today is making a difference. They're tackling local problems. It's all roll up your sleeves and get out there and work. They are restoring prairies. They are cleaning up streams. They're restoring fish, which haven't been there for 50 years in some places around the world.
One of the most important aspects of the Roots and Shoots program are our trainings. At these trainings, we bring together our youth leaders and our adult group leaders to share best practices and learn the tools and techniques that they need to have a measurable impact in their communities.
The youth is an untapped resource that we can apply on a global scale. I think that with the energy and drive that so many of the people here have, they'll find success in any field, and hopefully one that improves the world around them.
The youth are the leaders of tomorrow, but they're also the leaders of today. And I strongly think that we all play a really integral role in each of our communities. Everybody really is a leader now, but we really are going to inherit this earth, and we have to be the ones to become the next politicians, the next CEOs, the next leaders of environmental activist organizations. And this is a great way to share those experiences and start now.
All the young people that have come here are already making a difference. They wouldn't be here if they weren't. If you talk to every student here, every young person here, you're going to find that they are heavily involved and committed to making the world better. In terms of what they'll do when they go home is they'll take all the ideas that they've accumulated here and they'll go home and say, look, I learned something new. Here's something we can do that I didn't know we could do before.
They're involved in a lot of workshops, so they're divided up to discuss some of these problems they think are important, like water, like poverty, like climate change and environmental degradation.
I think that the workshops have really given us a platform on which we can discuss issues of global importance, but on a personal level.
We're here sharing all of our ideas and our thoughts and hope for the future, and really talking about issues relating to people, animals, and the environment. We're talking about the problems, we're also coming up with the solutions, and that's what's so powerful about this time here together, is that we're the ones that are all going to return home to our own communities and be able to create that positive change. And to me, that's what meetings like this are all about, inspiring that change around the world.
We know these problems and we know how to solve them. It's really just a matter of getting together the will to do it. And I think that's what the summit's really about. It's bringing these youth together and inspiring and motivating them to go back and do something in their communities. The motivational and the inspirational parts of the summit happen in between the sessions. They happen walking back to the room at night. They happen when these youth are just interacting on their own. They're making friends, they're learning what other people are doing all around the country. And for me, that's why I got involved in Roots and Shoots.
I think that more than just a summit or getting together, is a learning process, a life lesson that you cannot get anywhere else as of today. You get to meet people from all over the world with the same ambitions as you have to make a better place, to improve our world, to improve our nature, to improve the things we already have, and to make a better of ourselves.
I think all of us will leave with greater knowledge, understanding, connections that we'll have for the rest of our life. And that's empowering to know that we are not the only ones out there with this mission and with this vision. We're really a global family of young people out there. We're this movement, and it's growing, and it's growing.
So one thing I wanted to point out, excuse me, is, in superheroes and in comic books, it seems like the superheroes are always very lonely and brooding and feel like outsiders just desperate to fit in. Well, through Roots and Shoots, our superheroes, as you can see from that, find like-minded souls, and it's a great way for kids and young people of all kinds to find others and to find a place to fit in and belong and turn it into something really positive as well. So I also wanted to mention, too, how this works in college campuses, because that might be important to some of you. I've had the great fortune of visiting several universities recently that have Roots and Shoots programs. There are many, but I've been to Duke, to UNC Chapel Hill, George Washington University, Western Connecticut University, and it goes on. And it seems like there are two great models in the universities. In some cases, a group of undergrads will get together and form their own group, and and do the projects just as you've seen here today. But in other cases, the universities are very keen on better engaging with the neighborhoods around the university itself. And so what they're encouraging these students to do is 1 or 2 get together and then mentor a group of young people in schools in the neighboring community or in a Boys and Girls Club or something like that. And it's really a great win-win for them. They learn mentoring skills, leadership skills, and the kids and the neighborhoods get something really wonderful out of it as well. So I want to wrap up today with a few things. First of all is a quote that Jane includes in every one of her lectures, and I want you to keep it in mind as you head back to your homes after this conference. And that is, every single one of us makes an impact every single day. It can be a positive impact or a negative impact. If we would just spend a little time thinking about the consequences, the choices we make each day, what we buy, what we eat and wear, how we interact with animals and with the people we encounter, we'd start moving toward the kind of world absolutely necessary if we care about future generations. And we must care about them. Well, you in this room as educators and administrators certainly do care, and you, like JGI and Roots and Shoots, are helping to empower homegrown superheroes every day. At 9:30, Erin Vieira Orr, sitting here, our California manager and our expert in service learning training, will be doing a workshop, an interactive workshop, and I'll be there as well, and actually giving you specifics on sort of a model and guidelines on how to apply Roots and Shoots and make it as easy and impactful as possible. So the best part of it is if you do decide to get involved in Roots and Shoots, you don't have to wear a spandex costume. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Maureen. That was, you can see why I thought it would be a great fit for our conference to see kind of a parallel organization, and I'm really excited about some opportunities of working together in the future. So the other keynote speakers have received a Jane Goodall book, but you don't get one of those.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
really
very much. Really appreciate it. And again, thank you really for all you do. As I said, married to an elementary school teacher, it's a second career for him. He was in the advertising business, and he gave it up to do something really important with his life. And it's been so rewarding, and so thank you for all you do every day. Thank you.
Thank you, Maureen. I have a few announcements for the next segment here, but before I do that, in light of all the recognition that we've been able to have, one thing that we like to do and is so critical for a successful event is the outstanding support that we receive from the hotel staff. They have been phenomenal, and I'd like to recognize them. Thank you so much. We've done this for 14 years, and I have to say this is one of our very best in terms of customer service and quality of support, so thank you so much. Okay, a few announcements. There are a couple cancellations, so pull out your programs just so you know.